Well, hello guys, and welcome to this video. I'm stuck in a field. It's not far out from a place called Dudmaston Hall, and I'm here because one, I thought I'd come round and have a walk around the grounds. I'm not making a video for that walk, but I have been tagged. I've been tagged by the Salopian Bivvyman, and he wants to know what are my 3 luxury items for when I go camping. So in my opinion, there's quite a few things that are luxury items when you go camping. Depends on your camping style. If you're going camping in a big trailer tent, you're going to have the home comforts of a plate, fork, knives, ovens, cookers, all that sort of stuff. But I think for wild camping, or even camping in general, single person camping, you've got to have some sort of home comforts. So without further ado, now not in any particular order, but I thought I would show you my first one. This was bought to me by my wife as a gift, and she said that it would be extremely helpful. Now, it's made by Yellowstone, and it's a backpacking table. Fits into this nice little sleeve, this little bag, and it just pops out. In fact, you guys, if you've watched the wild camp that I did with the Salopian Bivvyman, Dave Outdoors, and a Shropshire lad, you'll have seen this table being used. So it comes out, you got 2 little rods, and the table just folds out and so forth. Okay, you just put the rods in the end just to kind of stop it from being so floppy, and then you've got a perfect place to to pack down, put your stove on or kettle or whatever it is that you want to do. You can even put your chopping board on that, and so that's a really handy table. It's not a necessity. The ground's hard enough to do things like that, so you could use just the ground, but that to me is a little bit of a luxury, and I do like to take that camping. I can sit in my tent, pack up that out in the little veranda thing, and I can still do my cooking on a hard surface without having to worry about burning anything. And so that's my first one. My second one is this. It's an inflatable pillow, and it's by OEX. Now, they're a British brand, OEX, and I believe a lot of their stuff is tested over in Iceland. So I find their quality quite good. I've not had an issue. I use their hiking bag and sleeping bag, and of course their pillow. And what I like about this is, you've got a couple of elastic loops. You can use them for anything else, because you don't have to have it for that. But it rolls up, and that's what you get, a nice pillow. Now, it's a self-inflating. Okay, so it's actually inflating itself now. Okay, there's a couple of bonuses and benefits from this. Okay, thankfully today's quite a dry day, so I'm actually sat here on hard surface. It's not too bad, but if it was a bit colder, I can just put this under my backside and I've got something to sit on. But also, just as importantly, when I'm asleep, I've got a nice pillow to keep myself comfortable. So that's a luxury. It's not something you need when you're out, because you can use your bag as a pillow or a rolled up coat. In fact, when I'm out with the army cadets and we're sleeping in our basher, which is just a piece of tarp, we've got a sleep mat on the floor, sleeping bag on the top of that, and then we use our bags for pillows, and that's all we have really. So that's I don't take this to the cadets, but when I'm camping myself in my own tent, or even it will be the hammock as well soon, this is my go-to pillow. So that's pretty cool. That's self-inflated. I can close the valve, and now I got a nice soft pad. I can put that on top of the bag, or I can just put it on the floor. Piece of amazing kit. Now sometimes you don't want to be I mean, you know, you could consider these as luxuries, but they're more of a necessity these days. But yeah, you don't really be wanting to listen to music or anything like that on your iPhone, especially, or any phone for that matter, especially when your phone is almost your lifeline. You know, it's the way to get help if ever needed. So to battle that, you know, because sometimes when you're out there on your own, it's a bit quiet, so you need something to entertain yourself. So I got one of these. You know, this is a radio, and it's made by Rewind. There's various other companies that make exactly the same thing, but this is just one that I particularly liked. And it's a radio. And what I particularly like about it is that it's got a solar panel. So right now, with the sun out and that, it's actually charging, okay, which is really cool. And as long as there's some daylight, this will work all the while. It's an AM FM radio, so I can listen to the radio. It's also an alarm clock. So if I need to get up really early in the morning, set the alarm, and that's pretty cool. So I don't have to rely on the phone. It can be plugged into the wall, so you got a DC outlet there, but you know, nobody bothers, and that's really mainly for charging rather than, you know, usage. But the other thing I like about this is it's got one of these, okay, so it's a wind-up radio, so you just wind that up. I think if you do that straight up for you know, 2 minutes or so, you're going to get yourself at least half an hour, maybe to an hour worth of radio listening time. Not only does it do that though, if you can't find your head torch, you've got yourself a nice little torch on the end. So this, it's not a necessity, it's a useful luxury item, and one I take on most camping trips. It's not something that you can hang, but you know, you can put it into your side pocket of your tent, and you know, you've got it. And of course, if you're with other people, there's also a headphone socket too. So they are my 3 luxury items, Adrian. Salopian Bivvyman. That's my table, okay. I know you've got one very similar. My pillow and my radio. My necessity is my phone, so I don't class that as a luxury. Now, I might make in the future, because I spoke to one of my subscribers today. Actually, I met him today, a guy called Kevin. Great guy. I've actually managed to. I've bought a sleeping bag off him. You guys might see him in a future video. We might, you know, we'll see. He doesn't do YouTube, but he likes what I do and so forth. But he's asked me about, you know, perhaps doing some videos on you know, what we do with the Army Cadets. So I might make a 3 luxury items that I take with me when I'm with the Army Cadets, and you know, believe me, there is 3 luxuries that I do take. So I might do that as a future video. Now, as per the rules of tagging, we have to tag 3 people. So the first one I'm going to tag is a chap. He's relatively new to YouTube. He's relatively new to you know, outdoor wild camping, just as I am. And that's a guy called Sam Wakefield. and he's got a channel called Bicycle Adventures. At the moment, I believe he's been riding up and down a canal system at the moment, but he's relatively new to the wild camping and solo camping. But from what I'm gathering, he's really enjoying it. His videos are informative, you know, so go over to his channel, subscribe to him if you like his content, tell him that the Druid Rambler sent to you, and you know, give old Sam the old thumbs up there. The next one is another channel, and that's a guy called Rob Jones, and he's Just Up the Trail. Okay, now he's a you know, he goes out there with his family and shows his kids what I believe he takes a 5-person tent or something. I don't know, it's a 2 or 3 person tent, but he managed to get at least 5 people into this tent. Takes a lot of things with him. Now I already know that he's also been tagged by Trevor from Summit of Nothing, but I'm tagging you anyway. A little secret, I did make this video weeks and weeks and weeks ago. It didn't come out the way I wanted it to. It was too rude, if you know what I mean. Not because I was talking about anybody in particular, but it was actually to do with this, but I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, just up the trail. So Rob Jones, go and have a look at his channel. There'll be a link in the description down below, and give him a shout out, or give him some love, give him some thumbs up, watch his content, and tell him that the Druid Rambler sent you. Okay, and then the next one is another guy who does a lot of wild camping, goes out into the you know, into the wilderness. I think most of the people, you know, on the, we're all part of a forum or a community now, and I'm going to call it a community. It is like a family, on Great Outdoors TV on Facebook. Again, there'll be a link in the bottom there. That's run by a guy called Joss. You'll know all about that from my unboxing of the mystery box. We're all part of that whole, you know, outdoors hiking, you know, solo camping, wild camping, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, Andy Moffat, or Morfett, got to get outdoors. Now, funny thing is, I actually wrote this list. So the third one, sorry, is Andy Moffat. We've got to get outdoors. Okay, I want to know what your 3 luxury items are. This was written weeks ago. The 5th of August I wrote that list out, so you know, quite funny that I had him as my mystery box, and quite incidentally I've also got the hammock with me in my bag. But yeah, go and check his channel out. He's been doing a lot of mountain walks and places that I can't pronounce. He's been going to, so yeah, go and give him some love, and you know, give him his thumbs up, tell him that the Druid Rambler sent you over. But Sam, Rob and Andy, I want to see your 3 luxury items that you would consider as a luxury. And I'm not going to buy it, okay? A mobile phone is not a luxury item, okay? That's a necessity. So figure something else out, please. So anyway, that's my 3 luxury items. Hope you've enjoyed what I've brought out. I really do suggest going out and getting yourself a wind-up radio. It saves having to use the battery of your mobile phone. So yeah, so that's it. So from me, the Druid Rambler, here well, I'll pan you around actually. That's where I am. Right in the middle of a field. So you know, that's it really. So for me, I will catch you guys in the next video.